I said, let me ask you a question. If I told you I know a man pretty well that grew up in a single-parent home, only saw his father maybe a month or so in his life, grew up in different places, not too long anywhere, had food stamps sometimes to subsidize how you eat, do you think he'd ever grow up and be anybody? The right winger looked at me and said, Reverend, no, probably not. I said, well, next time you're in Washington, go by his house. He's at 1600 Pennsylvania.
People perhaps want to know what is the level of commitment that is coming from the president on this, and is this going to be the kind of initiative that has a good sort of bang to start off with, and then maybe there's not a whole lot of follow-up because there's so many things that confront the president? Let me just say very clearly, from the outset, from February when we launched the initiative in the White House, that picture there was from the state dining room in the White House. In May, when we met with the president in the Roosevelt Room and provided him with our report. In July, when the president hosted a town hall meeting here in Washington, D.C., where he spoke to and listened to dozens of young men of color in Washington, D.C., to tomorrow night, I can't say too much about what the president's going to say tomorrow night about My Brother's Keeper. Stay tuned. Things have to stay secret until they are revealed. But tomorrow night, the president is going to talk about the next phase in My Brother's Keeper. His commitment to this work, as Jim and I can both attest, is deep. It is long, it is abiding, it is now, it is tomorrow, it is when he leaves office. He will continue to do what he can to lift up the lives of boys and young men.
You're not going to hear called My Brother's Keeper. But when children get insurance, when children get child care, when nurse family practitioners show up at home, when police get training to start to recognize their implicit racial bias, when civil rights officers do enforcement actions on schools that are not offering our kids the AD courses and other opportunities they deserve, that is this work.
So we got to tell our young people, listen, you ain't got no time for no foolishness. You got to be twice, 3 times as good to get half of what they got. Y'all heard Papa Pope say that, right? Don't act like y'all ain't watched Scandal. Y'all heard Papa Pope say that, and that has been true.
It takes some serious, in-depth relationship to tap into what Brother Sharpton has indicated, Brother Herschel, and even a young man like myself who grew up in Brownsville. When I grew up to a 13-year-old mother, 21-year-old hustling father, watched my mother at the age of 12 from the 8-story rooftop jump off a roof to kill herself because she did not want to live. Now, as a 12-year-old boy, I watched her jump, fall, bust her legs up. Now, my question is, would a mentor really help me figure that out? I don't think so. Would my father, if he was available in my life? Yes. If there was a male figure in my life to stand in as my guide and my example to get me through those circumstances? Yes. But the challenge we have to really be clear on as we move forward with this My Brother Keeper initiative and fatherhood and the work that we're doing is that when we look at the lives of our young men, we have to make sure that we're embracing what's all that's needed. All of our young men, if you just look around your world, look around your circumstances, and all I had to do, it didn't take a brain surgeon, something is wrong with this picture. Then the other question is, what are you going to do about it? Either you can sit and become victimized by it, waiting on the system, waiting on this or that, or you're going to lift yourself up, like Brother Sharpton said, and move on.